So, a quote unquote insider from 343 has just posted a hefty article giving details about Halo 5. We're going to check it out. So, first off, I would like to say spoiler, not spoiler, but in a very big alert, like in flashing red letters, that this is probably fake and probably fake as shit. I don't really care. But anyway, there's a post on Pastebin from someone who is claiming to be a insider at 343 and that it is in the prototype phase. He basically goes into a lot of really short details in the technical specs, such as that it is confirmed that it will run on 60 frames per second. We know that from E3. The shading and all that lighting will be different and a lot more powerful from Halo 4. The texture packs, blah 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 blah. It's going to be 1080p narrative 1080p or native 1080p, so full high definition. It is going to dedicated servers with the cloud, um, massive battles with 100 AI, hundreds of AIs, I should say, at the same time, massive worlds with dynamic weather, global lighting. That whole thing done on the cloud, so your Xbox barely does shit. It's basically just running the game. The campaign, they're as of now, it says that the campaign is planned to be 3 to 5 times longer than Halo 4. It is not linear; it is going open world, so it's gonna kind of be like open world, like being like Oblivion type, maybe like kind of like an ODST. How ODST was a lot of open world, but there were the missions. That the chief has gone rogue and he is getting his own ship, and you can visit different planets. There are going to be 6 to 8, and each planet has a couple different regions with major objectives as well as side missions. Kind of like it says, think of Wings of Liberty, Dawn of War 2. So it's like StarCraft. And that the core gameplay is going to have the Halo 2, Halo esque, like Halo 2, where it's going to be two weapons, grenades, and melee. Kind of like their Halo 2 theory of 30 seconds of fun over and over and over again, where it just expands the entire game of just a lot of fun. There's not going to be really any kind of loot system, but you're going to be able to acquire various weapons throughout the game and actually store them on the ship and be able to select them from a list, kind of like selecting your loadouts, but in the multiplayer there will be no loadouts. Then it goes on to say like the elites, there will be the same elites like the Covenant. I don't know why I said elites. It's the Covenant, the Prometheans, as well as humans. Um, I'm assuming they mean like the insurrectionist humans, those that do not agree with the way the government is going. And if you've read the books, the insurrectionists actually play a large role. They were actually thought to be basically the ones attacking when the Covenant first showed up. Then they do list a bunch of vehicles, different warthogs, scorpions, tons of other crap. Um, and that the ship can store vehicles as well as like the weapons, so you can actually kind of pick a vehicle you want. If you're on a planet, you can actually go into your ship, select I want a Gauss Warthog, and drive that Warthog right out of the ship. So then he actually gives an example in it about how one battle contains several hundred brutes with two scarabs, 10 wraiths, several ghosts, and banshees fighting against a war sphinx, which was the gigantic like hawk type thing that you saw in the trailer at E3. So moving on, then the player going more into the battle actually landed on the one of the scarabs and basically killed everything on it, and gets behind the wheel and actually drives the actual scarab to fight the war sphinx. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is because we've never actually even been able to come close to driving a scarab other than like modding and whatnot. Anyway, So then he goes into a multiplayer where it's split between two categories. One's going to be the Halo War Arena, basically like a Halo 2 with no loadouts, no armor abilities, no perks. It's Halo 2 over again. Thank God if that's true. The player count is going to be 8 to 16. Same old Halos game types: Slayer, CTF, King of the Hill, Assault, Oddball. Static weapon spawns, blah 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 blah. It's basically kind of like Halo. It's basically Halo 2. It's Halo 2 multiplayer. Is basically what he's trying to say. The next one is called Halo Battlefield. As at least that's what he says it is in the prototype. It's basically like big teams like Battlefield. In the little post, he claims 32 to 64. The gameplay is more like Invasion from Reach than anything. You do have custom loadouts, armor abilities, all that crap. But that's all he has said at the moment. I will leave a post in the description below, a link to the post, so you guys can check it out for yourself. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, it's pretty much like obviously fake, but the slight chance it is, I did want to cover it. It's great news, Halo 2 style. Like, it's yes, yes, yes. Talk about saving Halo. That will save Halo single-handedly. I don't think anyone can ever compare anything to Halo 2, Halo CE. I don't care what you say. You're a Reach kid. Just, yeah, no. So anyway, I'm Apollo. I'm signing out. Have a good one, guys.